What's up, y'all? Welcome back to my channel. It's your boy Devon Latrell coming back at you with another video. Today, as you can see by the title, we're going to be talking about how my gay ass survived 10 whole days in jail. I'm also going to be using some face paints to create this look inspired by the story. This is the look right here. Okay, let's get into the video. Okay, so before we get into the story, I'm going to start with these brows. Make it disappear and then draw on a new one. We can wait for that to dry. Now I'm just gonna take some Cody Airspun powder, little powder puff, press that into the brow. Like a lot of it, a whole lot of it. Round case eyebrow pomade. So now I'm going to take some Maybelline Age Rewind concealer. Take this Morphe M433 brush. Okay, I have both brows on. Let's get into the story as I do this makeup. So I'm gonna prime with these two, the L'Oreal Magic Perfecting Base, as well as the NYX Angel Veil Primer. I was leaving work one day. It was a Wednesday. So I left work around 1 o'clock. I'm driving. So it's a four-lane street. There's 2 lanes going this way, 2 lanes going this way. So I'm going this way, and there's construction on the road going this way, and there's also an arrow that is, pointing. So I'm, a little distracted by that arrow. I guess there was also a funeral coming out of one of the churches that was right there. But the biker cop that was supposed to be leading the funeral did not have his lights on, of course. But that was all on the other side of the street. So on my side of the street, there was a cop with his lights on in a regular car, and also 2 cars in front of him. So I'm thinking that, maybe they had an accident or he's pulling one of them over because he has his lights on. So I just drive around them. I go to there's 2 lanes, so I go to the other lane and I pull around him. So he pulls up behind me. He pulls up behind me and pulls me over. And so I'm, wondering, what's going on? It's a little crazy. He comes up, he mentioned the funeral. And I was like, sir, I did not see any funeral. I have no idea about any funeral. He goes back and checks my information. He said, I think you may have a warrant, and he tells me to get out the car. I'm like, what's going on? How do I have a warrant? What do I have a warrant for? He just says, he's to come with him and he's gonna check. So I guess he checks. Yeah, there's a warrant for my arrest, and he has to take me in. He takes me to the police station. After the police station, he takes my phone there. So there's my phone is at the police station. I'm going in with my Anastasia Beverly Hills foundation stick. It's in the color Truffle. He takes to the police station and they take my phone there. So from there, someone takes me from the jail. So the jail that I'm at isn't the actual county that I'm wanted in. So I'm sitting in their jail and they're waiting, in their booking area. But they can't book me because I don't have any case there. And the guy didn't give me a ticket or anything. He just, arrested me for that. I'm gonna mix in a little bit of my Makeup Revolution foundation stick. So I'm just waiting there, basically waiting for the county that I'm wanted in to come pick me up. So I got pulled over around 1 o'clock. They got there around 9:30 that night. They came and got me. Put me in they had me in the chains, or in a body chain, put a chain around me and then, on my arms, and took me to the county that I was wanted in. When I got there, and by the time I got booked, it was about 11:30 at night that I got booked. When you go to jail, you have to also wait for the nurse and get fingerprinted. So I'm waiting for that. So I'm tired. It's been all day. And I had just got off of work. It was around 7:30-ish. They came in and got some of us. They dressed me out, took all my clothes and stuff, made me put on a little jumpsuit, and it took me to transition housing. there's room. So so you go to what they call a pod, and then there would be like 3 dorms, closed dorms. So they had rooms or cells, not rooms, cells with 2 beds, and one top, one bottom, and a toilet. And they also had like a little sitting area as well. So everybody was asleep. It was about 8:30 in the morning, and the phones were not on. They said they weren't coming to the phones till 10 because it was a rule that your bed had to be made from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. So I guess their bed wasn't made, so they wasn't allowing them to use the phones. So I just go upstairs, and I believe I went to sleep. I'm not 100% sure, but I believe I went to sleep. Black opal foundation stick, the color ebony brown. This is going to be the contour with. So this is now Thursday. I got arrested on Wednesday. It's now Thursday. I'm finally getting to somewhere where I can get some sleep. So I believe I probably did fall asleep. I'm just like, I don't know what to do. When I got booked in, she told me the charge that I had, I couldn't get a bail. I couldn't get bond. And I had no court date. So I'm like, well, how long does it usually take to get a court date? You know, with this charge, she said a few weeks. At this time, it's pretty close to Christmas. So it's gonna be after Christmas. And she's like, probably. I'm like, oh shit. So Friday comes and I'm trying everything. So I got my boyfriend calling the probation officer to see if she's able to do something. She's very hard to get in contact with. So, he left like 2 voicemails or whatever, but, kept calling just to see if, we can get in contact with her. That was a fail. But, she was trying. So Saturday comes. Every morning is fairly hard. It's like at nighttime, it's like, okay, that's the end of the day. It's the end of the night. It's another day gone. So I'm able to sleep for the rest of the night, and it'll be the next day. So that'll be another day gone. But in the morning, it's like the start of a new day, and my mind would race in the morning. And that's when I have like the most anxiety. That day. Saturday comes, and my routine usually is I don't really talk to anybody. Go to eat. The food is horrible. It's bad. I would eat everything in like 3 minutes, just scarf it down so I wouldn't die, pretty much. I was saying I would eat, then I would, or I would sleep, or I would be on the phone with my boyfriend and my mom. How it's set up is there's like 6 phones, but one of them didn't work. Only 2 of them are free, so the other 3 you had to pay. So if you called out on a free phone, it wouldn't charge the person you were calling. But if you called on the paid phones, then it would charge the person who was calling. There was always a line for the free phones. In the transition housing, it's always people going in and coming out. So because they keep you there for like 4 or 5 days, and then they move you to permanent housing. But there's always people who got locked up that's coming back and coming into transition housing. So there's always people going in and people coming out. I'm do concealer now. Back in with the Maybelline Age 1 concealer. This is the shade Hazelnut. So Saturday morning, there was a few new people that came in. One of them, he was, pretty upset. So around 11 o'clock is when I called my boyfriend, and that's around the time that they actually came in. So he was on the paid phone talking to someone, cursing him out, because I guess they couldn't bail him out, and they didn't bail him out in time. So he already upset. So I go to sleep, and I wake up around 12-ish because I'm getting ready, because I know there's always a line for the phone. So how we do it is you would ask who's next on the phone, and then they would say who's next, and then you ask that person, they would tell you who's next, and then after the person, they would tell you, oh, nobody's after me. So you're like, oh, cool, bro, I'm after you. So that was how the system pretty much went. I'm downstairs around like 12-ish, and I'm waiting for a whole hour for the phone. So note, this dude was on the phone before I got down there. So I'm waiting for an hour. It means he was on the phone for an hour plus. And there's a line for the phone, and everybody's waiting for the phone. Nobody really said too much or whatever. People would, stand around you and look at you like waiting for the phone. So I'm actually about to be next. There's one person who was in front of me. He already went. So he's on the phone now. So I'm about to go. He's on the other phone, the other pay phone. I mean, there's 2. So he's on the other pay phone. The dude comes in, and they're talking about who's next, yada yada. So of course I made sure I got my spot, and I was like, I'm the very next. So I guess the other dude heard him talking about the phone, and he slick went off. A couple of dudes was looking at him, and he just went slam the fuck off. But he's not directing towards anybody. He's talking out loud. So the dude who was on the phone in front of me. Wait, hold on. I have to go back a little bit, but I forgot to get my sponge. I'll be right back. So where was I? So I'm going back. So when I was in the booking at the county that I was wanted in, 3 dudes came in. They had did some crime, but they did it together. And so they came in together. So, you know, and that was pretty cool. I was talking to them when I was in the booking area, and they was also in transition with me. The dude who was on the phone for a long time was going off, because I guess, you know, he knew he was on the phone for a long time, and he knew he was wrong. So I guess he felt like people may have been talking about him, and he had to, you know, like, defend himself. Dude who was on the phone, who was in front of me, so he basically just got on the phone. He was like, "Who are you talking to?" He said he talking to him. He's pointing to one of the other dudes he had came in with. So the dude who just came in, he don't know that they, you know, family, whatever, that they, you know, came in together. He's like, you know, I'm talking to him. So the other dude was like, you know, what's up then? And they got to fighting. So both of them, they jumped him. So there's a fight. The police were never in the actual dorm during the transition area. Like, the fight was over before the police even actually got in there. They put us on lockdown, meaning that we had to go in our dorm, go in our room, in our cells. Oh, I keep saying rooms, they're cells. Go in our cells, and they lock the door. You can't go back to the common area, and you can't use the phones, no TV, no nothing. They're doing it while doing the investigation. They're looking at the footage and stuff and seeing who it was, and all that jazz. They get the people who's involved out. So we're thinking, okay, who they're gonna let us out soon. But nah, it was like 6 hours before they let us out. We found out that the dudes who actually got in the fight, the two, they got put into the dorm right next to us. That wasn't on lockdown. So they were able to be free and everything during the investigation, but we were on lockdown because of what they did. Ain't that crazy? On like 7, they let us out. That Saturday. It's the weekend, so we can't do anything. The courts are closed. Everybody's closed, so we can't do anything on the weekend. So, you know, I do call my boyfriend and call my mom, but you can't really make any progress on trying to contact anybody. I'm trying to contact anybody because everybody is closed. Everything is closed. So I'm taking the Too Faced Born This Way powder. This is the color translucent medium. So that's pretty much my Saturday. Locked in a room. Oh, no. While I was locked away, though, some moments were pretty hard for me. So, you know, I could, you know, go to my cell, go up to my bunk, and, you know, be sad or whatever if I needed to be. And, you know, be by myself. So I was locked in there with my roommate and everything, so I started to write down. God put something in my mind. He spoke to me. He said Tuesday, and that popped into my head. So I started to basically manifest in that. You know, I wrote it down over and over again. I wrote, I will be released from jail, and I gave that date. And I just believed it so hard, because I knew it was God, like, telling me that. And I also started writing, like, a journal, just like of the experience. So, and I also mentioned that in there as well. I just kept talking about it. Like, I told that date to my mom, I told that date to my boyfriend. And of course they were, you know, you hear the little skepticalness in their voice. But it was cool. It was like, because it was between me and God. So Sunday comes, and that's the day that I got classified. Classification is when they basically take you in and ask you for like medical history and also like drug use and stuff like that. They classify what permanent housing you're gonna go into. So what pod and dorm you're gonna go into for permanent housing. During the classification, he told us that he can look up court dates. He can't look up court dates, but he can look up holds. Now at this moment, I didn't really know what holds are. Now holds is if you're wanted in another county, they have a hold for you. So even when you do able to get out whatever county or whatever jail you're at, you still have to wait till that other jail come pick you up. He told me I had no holds. So I was like, hold up, I'm confused. So how I'm supposed to get out of here? So he basically said, I'm waiting to hear from my probation officer. I was like, okay, cool. That kind of gave me a little motivation, because I'm like, okay, cool, you're on the right track. Like, I know you're on the right track. And so that night, they take me to my permanent housing. I'm gonna use the BH Cosmetics Time Temporary palette. I'm going to go into the shade Brownie Bite. Okay, where was I? It moves to permanent housing. So now, transition housing is closed dorms. So there's each individual cell. I mean, the permanent housing was open dorms. So you walk in, and there's the common area, but there's no cells. There's beds. In 4 corners, they're like, you know, just upstairs and downstairs. So 4 corners, they're like beds. Just groups of beds, and then there's like the showers or whatever. It's open dorms. So when I did have those moments where I needed to be by myself, I didn't have that anymore. You know, I didn't have that luxury anymore. So I was basically, you know, you had to suck it all up, because there would be people watching me. And you know, you in jail, you ain't trying to look like a pussy. You're trying to look, what's it funny word? You're not trying to look like a pussy. Ain't no crying. I'm gonna set the rest of my face with Maybelline Fit Me Loose Powder in the color 40 Dark. Okay, so really quick, I'm just going to take a new pencil and just do a little outline. Then I'm going to take a makeup wipe. I'm going to remove the bottom makeup. I'm going to go with the Snazaroo face paint, this orange one. I should probably take off my shirt. Okay, so Monday we had a plan. My sister was going to go up to the probation office and try to talk to my probation officer in person. My boyfriend was just basically calling all day and try to talk to my probation officer because she's the one that we need to talk to. So we talked early that morning. Of course, he didn't call early that morning, but I called him back around like 1-ish. And he told me that he was able to talk to somebody in probation, but it wasn't my probation officer because she was basically too busy. So he basically told him that I had to wait, waiting for the judge to find space for me on his calendar. So he also talked to the court and basically said they didn't have a court date for me yet. You know, surprisingly, I wasn't really bothered by it. I'm still believing, you know, what God told me. Even though it's Monday and I just was told I didn't have a court date, I still was believing so hard what God showed me. He showed me Tuesday during that date. So okay, all day Monday goes by. Usually lockdown is at like 11 o'clock. So 11 o'clock, you know, the officer comes in basically saying no lockdown. He says my last name, and I say yes. And he says, what bed number is it? Because all the beds are numbered. And I do remember the night before, the officer that took me there said that he would come back for the bed number. He said, oh yeah, you have court in the morning. So I was like, wow, this is nothing but God. Like, it's nothing but God. So one of the dudes, I had showed him what I had written down. Told you that I wrote down that date over and over and over again. And, you know, I said, you know, I told you if you manifest it in God and really, you know, believe it and pray about it, you know, it can happen, whatever. And, you know, basically just showing him it was like a miracle. There's many people in there with my same chart that's been in there for over a month. You know, this is just on a couple days. Tuesday is day 6 for me. It's not already have a court date, and they ain't hear nothing about no court date at all. You know, so I'm just like, you know, thank God. You know, it's just nothing but God, and I'm just, you know, praising Him and stuff like that, and you know basically just telling people about Him. You know, basically what He did for me. A lot of the inmates, they were real cool. Like, the ones that were in my permanent housing, they were real cool. You know, they ain't start no shit. Wasn't nobody, like, bullying me or nothing like that. But I did play straight. I played the fuck out of that straight role. I played that straight role. Real talk. Like, give me my Oscar. Because I played that. I played nobody suspected the whole time. I played my straight role. And that's how I survived. I mean, we was talking about females and all kinds of stuff. And I don't do females at all. I sure did what I had to do to survive. So, Tuesday comes. And they wake me up at 4 in the morning. 4 in the morning is it. Usually they wake us up around like 5, but that's just to do a head count. Then you can go right back to sleep. But no, I'm waking up 4 o'clock to go downstairs. They chain me up, take me downstairs, because you know, I'm getting ready for court. And they put me in another cell. Like 10 other people, 10 other dudes. We get in there around like 4:30, and they feed us breakfast around like 5. So we're waiting there for 7 o'clock to get. Everything takes forever. Everything takes forever, man. 7 o'clock to get here, and they're about to take us to the jail. Not to the jail, to the court. So we get to the court, and there's more cells. So there are different police officers there. There are more cells. They put us all in one cell. So they're calling everyone's name, you know, who they have on the schedule for court that day. They called everybody's name but 2 people. And of course, my name was one of them 2 people that they did not call. So I'm freaking out like, they better not do this to me. I have court today. Today is the day. I was told last night. They took me all the way out here at 4 in the morning. I have court today and I'm about to do this. They put us two in the cell together. No, the cell is very small. It's literally like a little small bench, enough for two, small behind, and then there's a toilet. So that's it. It's a very small room. So he was at the wrong court, and I am at the right court. Then they tell me that my court isn't until 1 p.m. So it's now around 8 a.m. and they fed us breakfast at 5. They're also now feeding us lunch at 8 a.m. No, we have to eat on their schedule, so we don't get dinner again until like 7 p.m. So it's 8 a.m. and they put me in another cell with another guy. I was also waiting for 1 p.m. court, 1:30 court. We were in there from 8 a.m. until about 2:30. And so we're sitting there, but it's cold. It's freezing cold in there. It's cold outside. You know, it's so small. We both try to like, you know, go to sleep, you know, lay on opposite sides or whatever and go to sleep on the bench. But it was so slippery that you couldn't. So I'm going to my Julius Plate Zulu palettes, and I'm going to go into the orange shade here and just set this all down. We're sitting there, so it was really like pretty much torture. So I got on the floor and he like laid on the bench. I tried to lay on the floor, but the floor was so freezing cold, colder than the bench, so I couldn't even sleep on that. So I basically ended up sitting on the toilet. I was so bored. I was playing with tissue, all kinds of stuff. I almost went crazy. But I did pray a lot, talk to God. You know, I knew that, you know, that today was my day. They didn't come get us until 2:30. I went and talked to my probation officer first. So she basically told me what was going on. I was really blessed because she really worked it out for me to get a court date fast, because she didn't find out until Monday around 3 o'clock. The courts closed at 5. On Monday around 3 o'clock, she found out that I was in there. She rushed it so she could get the court date for the next day. Legally, she has to give me at least a 3-day warning before a court date. She know I could waive that right, so that's what I did. Her standard was 30 days. 30 days for the charge that I had. And I was like, ooh, I'm trying to get out today. So she said, go over to the judge and, you know, talk to him and see what he said. So she told me to wait. They put me in a little cell and I was waiting for the judge. I prayed and I prayed and I prayed and I prayed and I prayed so hard. I'm like, Lord, I don't know what's happening, but I need to get out of here before the holiday comes. I get up there and the judge is so cool. And he said, okay, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna give him 20 days. But I'm also gonna do a 2-for-1, so it'll be only 10 days. No, this is my 6th day, so I won't have to stay in there only 4 more days. And I was just like, ooh, I don't even think of Jesus. But it said even if something did happen and I was to get in trouble or whatever, he said that also couldn't be held past the 23rd. You know, Christmas is the 25th, so he said, no, I'll basically be out before Christmas. It was really God, like, really blessed me. Like, it was really a blessing. Okay, so I'm gonna put the story on pause real quick and I'm gonna go over what I'm about to do. I'm going to be drawing tattoos on myself here and also on my face. Crap. I'm going to have to flip this footage because you're not going to be able to read what this is. Okay. Alright, and flip. I've never killed anybody. Okay, so I'm gonna do an eye look and we're gonna go back into the story. The shades I'll be using, You're Kidding, and Code James, maybe a little bit of 10% off. Using Rusted, and also, so that was Tuesday, you know, I went to court, blase. So the next 2 days, I just, was pretty much just waiting to go home. Saturday comes, I'm not able to get out until 11:30. They let you out at the time you get booked. So since I wasn't booked in the county that wanted me until 11:30 at night, I wasn't gonna be able to leave until 11:30 that night. But I sure did zoom up out of there when I was able to get out. My boyfriend came and picked me up and everything was okay. Remember, I said that my phone was at the police station where they took me first. So I wasn't able to get my phone whenever I got out. The third day before I got out, my boyfriend, he called the place where my phone is, and they said that they close on weekends, but they'll be open on Monday, even though that was New Year's Eve. When it gets here, and I'm excited. I'm about to go get my phone. So I go to the place where they took me to the police station, and they tell me, "Oh no, your phone would be at this other location." It's late, y'all, excuse me. They sent me to another location, which is like 10 minutes away. It was on the same road, but it was like 10 minutes away. So I'm going there, and I walk in, and fat cop that was on the side. And before anything even happened, he said, "If you're here for anything besides a car, I can't help you." I'm like, "So what about, like properties? I'm trying to get my damn phone." So he repeated again, "If you're here anything other than to get your car, I can't help you." So I was like, like, fuck it. When is it gonna be open? He said, "We'll be open Wednesday morning." So, that's the day after Christmas. So I didn't have my phone the whole time. But that's pretty much the story. How my gay ass about 10 days in jail. I pretty much played straight. I played it pretty well. Regina King came in my Emmy. I was gonna finish this eye look, and then I'm gonna finish the lip. I finished off the look, and that'll be the video. Okay, so I have put on some liner, lashes, highlight, and I just finished off the eye look. So this is it. So now we're going to move on to the lips. So I'm using Gerard Cosmetics products. I'm gonna start with their lip pencil in the color Night Shift. And I'm going to this. Let me sharpen her. Next, I'm gonna go into the Gerard Cosmetics Hydra Matte Liquid Lipstick in the color Boss Lady. We use the Hydra Matte Lipstick in the shade Iced Mocha, right in the center. Now lastly, to finish off the look, I'm going to do the James Charles Drip. Take some of my foundation. Okay guys, that completes our video. I hope you enjoyed the look. I hope you enjoyed the story. If you did, leave a comment down below. Let me know if you like this look. If you do create it, you can follow me on Instagram, _SlayYourWay. Also subscribe to my channel down below. See you guys in my next video. Peace out.